Hey Leo, welcome to your general reading for the month of December 2024. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Coco, and before we get started, this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one private reading. If you are interested in something like that, you can go down to the description box below and click the link to my website where you can book a one-to-one private virtual reading with me. However, because this is a general reading, it might not resonate for everybody, and if you feel like you don't connect with what is being said, that is perfectly okay and normal sometimes. Not all readings can resonate for everybody all the time. So if you feel like that is happening for you, do consider looking at the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. But if this reading does resonate for you, please consider liking it, subscribing to my channel, or just sharing with friends, family, social networks. Any support at all is very much appreciated. All right, let's get into your reading, Leo. Let's see what is coming into your life in the month of December. So when I pull the rest of your cards, we'll see how you're showing up, any challenges that you might have to deal with in December, anything you're being guided to work on and heal from. We'll see your strengths as well as the energies you're moving away from and those you are moving into. We'll see what the end of December looks like for you as well. And then I'm also pulling a card on a reason to celebrate. I feel like things are crazy in the world. Tensions are high, pressure is high, especially in the United States. I wanted to pull a card on a reason to celebrate, just to remind people that there is some reason to celebrate. You've got number 41, unexpected visitors. So you might be having some people land on your doorstep in December, might be getting together with some people who you haven't seen in a long time, people who you have fallen out of touch with. People might just show up in your life, might text you, might call you, and it's a nice surprise. There's mixed signals with this card indicating that I don't think the unexpected visitor who pops in is going to really change much. It's just going to be like a surprise. And whether that surprise is like a negative shock or a positive shock, I'm not sure. But the card is not giving me like an indicator of whether it is just positive or just negative. I feel like this card is a nice thing to see around the holidays because, as you go home or you visit parents, you visit your hometown, or you just kind of surround yourself with chosen family and friends, I think it's nice to sometimes have little surprises around the holidays, like a surprise gift you might be receiving from somebody. You might receive a surprise text being like, hey, let's get together. I'm home for the holidays. So something along those lines. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. This is the part of the reading where I'm just going to pull all of your cards. So if you don't want to wait around for that, you can skip over it. It should not take more than about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But if you like sticking around and hearing the card shuffling, then be my guest. Oh, you've got quite a few cards. I'm going to take all of them. Sorry for any airplane noises, car noises, dogs barking. I live in a noisy area, and I live near the Naval Academy in Maryland, so they like to fly planes, and it gets very noisy. A lot of swords coming out for you, Leo. Okay. Okay, Leo. I will clarify with a different deck as we move through the reading and as I feel the need. A lot of swords in your reading and not too many wands. Actually, you have no wands in your reading. And that tells me that you are feeling not very inspired, you're feeling not very passionate, or like you don't feel like things are moving quickly in December. So there might be kind of a lack of fiery energy, because that is you, Leo. You are ruled by fire, and fire is the wands suit. So you might be not feeling like yourself really in December. You might be feeling disconnected from your passions, disconnected from your joy. So be aware of that. You're showing up, you got 3 cards when I pulled your general energy, which is not normal. Usually I get 1, 1 or 2. You've got the 9 of Cups, the Devil card, and the Page of Swords. First, I'm just going to say, it feels like you're going through a reckoning. You are maybe becoming aware because you got the 7 of Pentacles as your challenge and you're working on this. You're aware and working on your toxic traits that relate to greed, that relate to selfishness. It feels like you are used to getting things your way. Don't shoot the messenger, please. And the way that you operate in situations where you don't get your way, it's a little bit backhanded. Page of Swords. It's like you will gossip, or you will not mince your words. You will have quite sharp words for somebody if they don't do what you want them to, or if they don't show up the way that you expect them to. There is some fear wrapped up in this toxic trait of yours. There's fear there. And I don't know what that fear is related to. Maybe it's a fear of abandonment. Maybe it's a fear of failure. Who knows? That is up to you to work on and look at in December. And the 9 of Cups is like screaming at me here. The 9 of Cups is really loud. The 9 of Cups is somebody who has worked really hard to get to where they are. They feel fulfilled emotionally, but there's someone who doesn't share. They sit on their values and their morals, and they expect everybody else to kind of get in line. And I feel like that's what's coming up for you. You might be showing up that way, and maybe somebody's pointing it out to you in December, and they're like, hey, you need to communicate better. Or, why are you being so controlling? Why are you demanding that people show up in certain ways, but you don't have to show up that way? There's some kind of contradiction here in it, wrapped up in it. I mean, you are working on it. Feels like you're aware of it. You're self-aware. If you've just begun digging into this, there's a lot more underneath of it. So I'm not saying like, oh, you're not even aware of most of it. No, that's not what I mean. I just mean there's still a lot more digging to do in this issue, in this way that you show up in relationships, in this way that you show up in the world. There's just some more digging that you need to do, just some more introspection, work with a therapist in that realm. But it does show up in the way you communicate with people. I'm getting like backlash, like you whip your words at people. If you feel threatened, defensive, if you feel anything negative, it's like you use your words as your weapon. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Now, your strengths here in December, the 8 and 7 of Swords. I feel like you are used to doing things in a backhanded way. You are used to kind of sneaking around, and this is how you've always done things. Because the 8 of Swords is the iteration of the devil, and you have the devil right here. It's just the lower iteration of the devil. So this is kind of like before the devil becomes its full-fledged self. And that tells me that this is connected to this toxic behavior, toxic communication style you have. It could be related to jealousy, control, addiction. I'm more so getting that it relates to your sense of control and your need to control the things and people around you in order for you to feel safe in it. Like safe in the situation or safe in your environment. 7 of Swords tells me that You do things in a way that is not confrontational. And what I mean by that is not only will you go behind somebody's back and kind of do things in a sneaky way, but you'll also do it in a way where you don't have to get in an argument with them. So maybe you hate confrontation, and that's why you use such harsh words. It's because like you push off and push off the confrontation until it's like at just maximum damage, basically. And then you react in a way that is self-preserving. So it's like you have to react in a way that protects yourself, and that's through your words. All right, that's what I'm getting here. There's certainly some kind of self-harming, self-damaging habit. This doesn't do you any good, I see. It doesn't do you any good. But it's your strength in December, and that tells me that you are relying on it in December. That's what you're relying on to get through the month. Maybe you have some issues around family, and it's hard to be around them during the holidays. Maybe you're just having some issues in other parts of your life, and the holidays can always be stressful. So there's a chance that just that added amount of stress and expectation around hosting people, visiting people, being around certain people in your family and life, that just feels overwhelming, extra overwhelming in December. What you're being guided to work on actually in December is the High Priestess. You're being encouraged to reflect, to be introspective in a way that is really digging into your habits, your behaviors, your thoughts. The High Priestess is incredibly wise, and she's somebody who's done a lot of spiritual work. She's somebody who's done a lot of meditative work, somebody who's seen a therapist, somebody who sits with themselves and asks themselves the hard questions to get to the bottom of their behavior and just to get to the bottom of knowing who they are, basically. And I feel like you're being guided to get to know yourself better. So alone time in December will be good for you. Maybe trying out new ways of getting to know yourself. So if you don't really meditate, trying like 10-minute meditations on YouTube. If you don't really journal, maybe starting to journal, just get your feelings out so then you can kind of track what you're saying in your journal, how you're feeling, what's coming up. Something along these lines. I'm going to clarify this card to see like what you can do to get to the bottom of things. Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's about getting to know yourself and your emotions, how you feel, your heart. Queen of Cups is somebody who has a really rich emotional world, and it could feel like you suppress your feelings, like you don't like to be emotional, you don't like to show emotions. It's just not what has been encouraged by your family. It's not what you were raised on. And there's something there to be said about the way that you show up in the world. Compassion, empathy, grace, patience for yourself is going to go a long, long way. And Six of Pentacles is here too, indicating that there's this balance that's trying to come in. There's balance that needs to come in to your emotional world. And that will help your outer world because you've got the Six of Pentacles in your outcome at the end of December. If you work on yourself, your external world will change as well. Okay, and let me see how you can do this. Eight of Cups. Making a choice to take a higher path. You might have to leave something behind. You might have to stop investing so much time in doing something and investing more time in yourself and your emotional practice. Maybe like if you get a therapist, maybe you'll have to sacrifice some time at work in order to go to therapy. Okay, let's see what else. Ten of Pentacles. Surround yourself with people who you can depend on. Okay, people who you can trust. Your social circle really matters. Let's just get one more card. Three of Wands. Thinking in the long term. You'll want to remind yourself as you are moving through December that when you work on yourself, you're investing in the future version of yourself, really. You are making your future life better. And that's what the Three of Wands wants you to be reminded of. Create a home life that is harmonious. Surround yourself with people who you love and who you can tell these secrets to, or that you just feel like you can trust and rely on. Eight of Cups, you gotta leave something behind. You gotta leave behind a way of thinking. You have to put that time towards something else. Okay? So the energy you are moving away from in December, the Two of Cups, I'm also going to clarify this. This means that you have recently been in a relationship, might be a new relationship. Also, you could have met like somebody who is just a new best friend, somebody who's a new collaborator in your business world, in your career world, or just somebody who's really important to you, who you love. And if this is romantic, this person definitely feels like the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life, because in your reason to celebrate, you've got the Empress and the Lovers card. This definitely tells me that this person is somebody who you want to be with for the long run, okay? But I'm going to clarify this Two of Cups. Two of Swords, okay. Oh, Ace of Wands, finally some wands. Whoa, Four of Wands, nice. Yeah, you could have recently married somebody, because the Four of Wands is here, and the Four of Wands is the marriage card. Maybe you met this person at a wedding, maybe you met them at a holiday party, at a social gathering, or they just bring you a lot of joy. I do feel like there's marriage tied up here because they are showing up as the Empress, and there's the Lovers here too. So you could be thinking about getting married to this person. Ace of Wands, there's a lot of joy here, a lot of passion. But you could have been feeling a bit unsure about them because the Two of Swords is here. So at the same time, it's like maybe you flip-flop between, wow, this person is amazing and I want to be with them forever, but like, I don't know. Like, is that possible? And I feel like it is. It definitely is, because I feel like you see this person as your soulmate or as just somebody you really want to spend your life with. I do see that you are moving into an energy of more stability. The Four of Pentacles is here. That's really nice. This is the doubling of the two. So yeah, I definitely feel like you are doing something significant with this other person in your life. Like you're getting married to them, you are signing a house contract, you are moving in together, you are starting a family. There's something significant here because you're building more stability in your life with them. This is somebody who builds on a really stable ground. They are very good at saving money. Okay, so you could be in a time of your life where you're like really saving money in the months of December, January, even into February 2025. I'm going to pull another card on this because I would like more context. Yeah, immediately Nine of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups. You're getting a bunch of the same cards that you already have in here. And the Fool. All right. So there is some kind of new thing that you are getting into with your person. The Two of Cups is here again. Okay. The Nine of Cups is here again. Now, beware that with this person, you don't exert any controlling energies, that you don't force them to show up in certain ways. They might feel like you kind of do that. So just be aware of that. Maybe they feel like they have to kind of act a certain way, or they're not allowed to act a certain way around you. So do be aware of that. But it feels like you and this person are embarking on a new journey together, like you're doing something new together, like I said. So that's nice. At the end of December, as we move into Capricorn season, you have got the 5 and 6 of Pentacles, telling me that there's some balance coming back into your financial world at the end of December. Right now, as you're watching this video, you might be struggling financially. You might have experienced job loss. You might have lost some money. They're letting me know that you might have lost something in a bet. Maybe you gamble with your friends. Something like low level, they're letting me know. Like something not really like intense gambling, but just like you might have lost money in a bet recently. And the money's going to come back. It's coming back at the end of December. If you feel like you're spending a lot of money on holiday things, gifts, holiday decorations, anything like that, the money is going to come back to you at the end of December, or you're going to receive financial help. So maybe you'll get a gift from somebody that's very helpful in your finances. Don't worry about it because I feel like it'll be leveled out at the end of the month. All right, let's see an Archangel Animal Oracle card to see which animal guides are helping you through the month. They're showing me a polar bear. Okay, just got goat. But yeah, before when I was shuffling, they were showing me a polar bear. So I don't know if you've seen a polar bear on TV, on your phone, in real life. I mean, hopefully not. Because RIP. But yeah, if polar bears are significant to you, I don't know why. They just showed me, when I say they, I mean my guides, they showed me a visual of a polar bear. So you've actually got goat. The short message is act from your innate wisdom. The message of the goat card is, your guidance is to be free and independent within the nurture of a loving, caring family or community. If you feel misunderstood, remember that you carry in your aura light and wisdom that are not always recognized by others. Do any menial tasks that come your way graciously, because that is part of life on earth. You are invited to look at the circumstances of your life and challenging situations from a higher perspective. This will bring you peace and enable your qualities of love, loyalty, and caring to develop. When you can zoom out, your essential wisdom will shine through. Okay, and last but not least, very much not least, because I love this deck, we will pull a Wisdom of Tao Oracle card to get any last messages, any last advice for you, Leo. You've got the card Refuse to be Used. The message is pull away from your fears and refuse to be a victim. You will never be happy if you don't end the toxic arrangements that imprison you. Yes. Love yourself. You deserve better. Yeah, your guidance is to pull away from what binds you. These toxic behaviors, communication styles that you might have learned as a child that protect you, that protect your ego, because your ego is self-preservation, okay? There's a call for a change here in the way that you are showing up. You're being guided to pull away from your fears and don't be a victim of anything. So maybe, in the past you have been used to victimizing yourself or experiencing feelings of a lot of victimhood instead of empowering yourself and maybe trying to step into situations from a sense of high self-worth, self-respect. So refuse to let yourself be used by those toxic arrangements that imprison you. Okay, Leo, I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel. I hope you have a lovely December. I wish you the best of luck throughout the month with this situation. I see that things financially are looking up at the end of the month as well. So I will see you next time for my 2025 predictions video that I'll be putting out about mid-December. I'll see you then.